Welcome back to the on Respect and to another edition of Raw Out of 10, and of course it is a massive episode of Monday Night Raw this week because it is the debut of Raw on Netflix. It features some major matches: CM Punk v Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa, as WWE really tried to fill the card, and we kick things off with two of the biggest names in the industry, Triple H and The Rock. But before that, we got an incredible opening video package telling the story of pro wrestling before Triple H took centre stage, welcoming fans to the show before pyro erupted around him. From there, The Rock entered the Intuit Dome in LA to a thunderous ovation. A great one took to the ring for a promo in which he thanked Netflix execs. Cody and Roman were in a promo that was interesting because it didn't feel like the guy was continuing the final boss character we last saw on Raw after Mania 40. Whether the crowd pandering catchphrases were meant to be a diversion to distract from creative plans remains to be seen, but yeah, this definitely felt an out character. An interesting start to the show, but not necessarily the way we expected. The overall grade here though is a positive one for the extraordinary presentation and production at the top of the show, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see where they're going with that character because this is definitely unexpected. But with Yuya Fowler and the status as the undisputed tribal chiefs on the line in the opening match, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa separated their differences Monday night in tribal combat. A match dominated by Sikoa ended into chaos late with interference from Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, then countered by Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso. From there, Kevin Owens attempted to avenge the areas of frustration by dropping the face of the stunner, only for Cody to make the save. From there, Reigns dodged a Samoan spike and delivered one last spear for the win. This had a slow start, but once he came back from the break, it was a ton of fun. It was an Attitude Era-esque brawl with logic, running story advancements and a crowd-pleasing finish. A great way to kick off the first match on Netflix, highlighting two of the biggest stars in the industry, with The Rock placing the fellow around Roman Reigns. Anyone expecting a beatdown or betrayal by Paul Heyman was proved wrong, as yet the great one and him stood in the ring to celebrate. Great stuff, 8 out of 10. Before John Cena will kick off his farewell by entering the Royal Rumble match on February 1st with his historic intention to win the 17th world title. The greatest of all time hit the ring to deafening pomp and hinted that he didn't believe a championship was possible, citing his long winless streak over several years. It was all set up to announce his entry in an annual 30-man Royal Rumble match, with WrestleMania awaiting a winner, and with that the Rumble means so much more. Not only is it seen as the last one, but it's also a chance to etch his name in the history books as the most prolific champion in pro wrestling. This is a story that tells itself in a landscape full of other ongoing programs, feuds and rivalries. Cena is about to take the WWE Universe on a ride full of highs and lows, and hopefully one last championship reign. Before the year-long rivalry between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan wrote its presumably last and final chapter on Monday night, when the Eradicator challenged for the Women's World Championship in the Slow's lone title match. Ripley dominated early, but interference from Dom and Raquel at ringside allowed Morgan to gain control of the match. But with the challenger weathered everything thrown at her and fought her way back into the match. Later, Morgan tried one last oblivion, but Ripley caught her and delivered the second and third riptides of the match. The final putting the heel away when netting Ripley the title. This is a strong match between the two women who were having a heavy interference match. This was not only about a love triangle, it was a match between two women with their own personal beef and the championship at stake, as it should have been a long time ago. After the match, Ripley got a monster-sized sign of approval as The Undertaker entered the arena and joined her for the exit. Yeah, a great match, like I say. Ripley the deserving champ, and yeah, a nice touch from The Undertaker at the end too. So it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Before we got Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, who's been at each other's throats really since Clash at the Castle 2022, and Monday wrote another chapter in their rivalry as they clashed. Usos proved his resilience, absorbing the Scottish Warrior's punishing offense to stay in the fight. He caught McIntyre with a few super kicks and appeared to have the victory in his hand with a spear, but the heel kicked out. McIntyre jumped back on the attack, but saw one Claymore attempt thwarted and another kicked out of. He set up once more, but an exhausted Uso dropped to his knees before the Scot could execute and cut off the heel's momentum. Ultimately, Uso caught McIntyre with a crucifix pin for free, infuriating the Scottish Warrior. A good competitive match that it's an exhausted audience that had trouble invested in. Still, Uso looked great. McIntyre sold the shock, and they apparently laughed appropriately and will look to avenge yet another one. The immensely popular babyface. So yeah, I thought the story worked well, and I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Moments after, the fans in LA booed Hulk Hogan and his glorified beer advertisement program out of the building. It's quite sensational to see, to be honest. Before Seth Rollins and CM Punk hit the ring for one of the most anticipated matches in years, the intense hatred between these two manifested itself often with both throwing fists before the fight spilled to the arena floor. Rollins earned the upper hand, but he let his emotions get the best of him when Punk started his momentum with a straight kick to the face. The combatants traded control of the match, neither gaining its sustained period of time, before Rollins delivered his opponent's own finisher and rocketing with a GTS. The best in the world recovered and delivered Rollins' stomp for a 2. The visionary answered with a GTS, but Punk kicked out. Moments later, Punk tried his running knee lift in the corner, but Rollins caught and delivered a buckle bomb and added a stomp. His opponent stroked his foot over the ropes and went for 3. Rollins set up Punk for the Superflex Falcon Arrow combo, but he countered and delivered the GTS and added a second and scored the pinfall win. In an excellent match to have potential to be even better. Some of the and he chalked to time restrictions, and the show ended at 3 hours and a few minutes. Still, Punk and Rollins lived up to the hype with an intensely personal matchup that saw both men do what they can do best, and it's a result with the best in the world coming up on top. The question is now where it goes next, but it was a very decisive finish. But I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a brilliant match from start to finish. Yeah, seeing those ring in the ring was surreal, and I think they definitely delivered, and maybe there could be room for more, which we all love to see. Overall, Raw out of 10 gets an 8 out of 10 from me. From the moment Triple H appeared at the top of the show until Punk and Rollins finished in the main event, it had the feel of the PLE. Every match was meaningful. There were star cameos, celebrities in abundance, and a red hot crowd. This was WWE's production at its finest. A big success for the company, I'd say, for one of the biggest episodes of Raw they will ever produce. 8 out of 10. That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme, and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.